So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the July EORC meeting. We'll start with the roll call. Commissioner Conley,
Present.
Commissioner Dr. Hall, Commissioner Lewis,
Present.
Commissioner Dr. Cushman,
Present.
Commissioner Siegel,
Present.
Commissioner Ms. Barnett, Commissioner Williams,
Present.
Commissioner Baltrop,
Present.
Commissioner Lucero, Commissioner Porter, Commissioner Gibbs. Thank you. I'll hand it over to you, Commissioner Conley.
Okay, thank you all for being here this afternoon. Can I get a motion to approve June 2025's minutes, please?
I make a motion to approve the June 2025 minutes of the EORC Commission.
Okay, can I get a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Jim Sec. Okay.
All right, you want to do the roll call?
I think, should we do the roll call for this?
You'll have to.
Yeah, no. We're
We
good.
don't?
Thank you. Yeah.
Chuck always does. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave room for public comment. Is there anybody that has a public comment?
Yes. We
to
have
stay here,
Yeah,
or-
why don't you?
You can stay right there.
Stay there?
Yeah. We got one in the room for public comment.
I'm not
Okay.
sure if she can see me, but my name's Nicole Zelich. I don't know if you can see me over here.
I
So maybe
don't.
you can, maybe you can.
Yeah, if you want to come
Okay.
around. I thought you all were in the camera view.
Okay, and keep it to 3 minutes. We appreciate that, and you can go ahead with your comment.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I am here regarding a contract that was awarded to Independent Enterprise for the El Paso Street project. The ERC approved the use of Pittsburgh Mobile Concrete as a subcontractor responsible for 7% of the WBE participation goal. However, Independent did not utilize Pittsburgh Mobile at all for one circumstance in this project, and it remains unclear who they decided to use as an alternative. Rather than focusing on the mistakes Independent made in this specific situation, I would like to use my time to shed light on the common occurrences of fraudulent pass-throughs that are taking place and corrupting the efforts to address past marginalization of women in the construction industry. Contractors are recently strategically listing WBEs as diversity requirements only to turn around and employ a company that ultimately benefits the main contractor. Lisa Zelich, who is also here with me, the president of Pittsburgh Mobile and the certified WBE, has reported on numerous audits and sent a message to the compliance reporting system to Chuck Durham, stating that Independent did not use Pittsburgh Mobile on the project. With the issue going unaddressed, Lisa decided to directly email Independent and inform them that she would no longer bid with them as she believed they were misappropriating her WBE. It is heartbreaking to know that WBEs are becoming hesitant to participate in city bids due to the fear that their certification will be weaponized against them by contractors. WBE should not be dehumanized to diversity goals or quotas that need to be met to secure city contracts. Instead, they should be recognized as valuable assets to these projects and met with the same respect that is readily afforded to primary contractors. If this is happening to one WBE in Pittsburgh, it is likely affecting other businesses, and there needs to be a better screening measures such as monthly letters, phone calls, emails, and other forms of communication directly to the WBE regarding the status of these projects. If no action is taken to correct this pressing matter, I refuse to remain silent while WBEs continue to fall behind and lose opportunities to participate in city contracts funded by the city or public dollar. The women of Pittsburgh deserve better, and we need to be publicly advocated for. Thank you.
Okay. All right, well, we appreciate your comment, and we will definitely take it under advisement and look into it for you. The way this public comment forum works, we don't have a back and forth dialogue regarding it. We just take your comments under advisement, but very much appreciate you bringing this to our attention.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So moving along, we can move to the next plan. We have one plan. This is Brighton Heights HVAC from last month. And over to you, Commissioner Conley. It was
Okay, so this was one that we did not approve and asked for them to go back. They had zero participation. Asked them to go back and increase their participation by this month's meeting. And it looks like they have. I mean, isn't that surprising? Okay, who is here from the Prime?
Gary Guy from Guys Mechanical and Susan Nolder from Guys Mechanical.
Great. You want to tell us about your efforts and how you were able to increase your participation?
Susan, can you comment on that?
Susan? You're muted.
Just
There you
come
go.
in here, Susan. I'll just have her come in here. Hold on.
So we increased our by 1% ABE by using building control tech. It's their subcontract under Chesapeake. We also utilized Bob Lawson, who's also here on this meeting, from 6 degrees to 19% for the MBE. This is for the HVAC equipment package.
Okay. So Bob is under contract?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And he advised me he was going to be on this meeting today, but I don't believe he is unless he's behind the scenes somewhere. But he is.
I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm present.
All right, Bob, we appreciate you getting on. So tell us a little bit about how I'm curious, did you bid on this initially and not get considered and then get a call back? I'm curious of how that went down.
Yeah, we constantly bid on regular projects always. Yeah, so we did. And we got a call back.
After the bids were closed, obviously. Okay.
Yes.
Commissioners, does anybody have any questions for this team?
Oops.
No? Did I cover what you would have asked? Thinking? Okay, if there's no questions for these guys, can somebody make a motion?
I make a motion to approve this project 2506-07 Brighton Heights HLAC building and site renovation.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Great.
So I'll just take, register the vote. Commissioner Conley,
Yeah, you need to take roll call. I'm sorry, I approve. Yay.
okay. Commissioner Lewis,
Yes.
Commissioner Dr. Cushman,
Yes.
Commissioner Siegel,
Yes.
Commissioner Williams,
Yes, approve.
Commissioner Balthrop,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, moving on. Let's move on to the ITQs. For last month, we had 3 ITQs, all from DOMI. The first one is the construction management, construction inspection, Downing Street steps. The prime here is SAI Consulting Engineers. They have 1 WBE foresight construction of the project. The project cost is 99,700, of which 68,000 will go to the sub-consultant. The second one here is project management support, traffic and planning assistance. The prime is a WBE SV Thomas and Associates. So this is 100% WBE plan with a project cost of 79,192. And the last one here is inspection of non-NBIS bridges for 2025. The prime is Michael Baker International. And they have 1 sub-consultant, A&A Consultants, which is an MBE. And out of the total project cost of 217,228, 22,222 goes to the sub. That's it for the ITQs. Please.
Okay.
I know at these meetings, we did briefings with you all, I want to say in March or April of this year, how we rolled out the enhanced compliance. I just want to thank you both for your public comment. We did issue an alert letter out to that prime contractor regarding the public comment you all received today. We are waiting on a response, so that is in motion for you all commissioners.
Okay. Anybody that is not a commissioner or not part of the EORC staff, you can drop off the call now.
Let's close out the meeting formally.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, let's close out the, oh no, go ahead.
I'm not ready to close out the meeting.
Okay, perfect.
I want
Sorry.
it private between,
Okay,
between, the commissioners and the staff.
so yeah, just a few seconds. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And you can stop the recording too.
Heather, if you.
If we do that, we have to close out the meeting. That's all.
Oh, that's why you said that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm encouraged that you are addressing the letter. I'm kind of confused of how this pass-through situation even came up today. I mean, we've worked really, really hard for this, definitely this whole administration, and I know I've been on this commission for 2 other administrations. And this administration specifically, we really made it a focus to make sure that this didn't happen, and to call out any primes that are reaching out and using the WBEs and all DBEs for participation, and then actually not using them on the project. So I have to say I was really taken aback. Does anybody else have anything to say about this? Tracy?
Yeah, it was very disappointing to hear. However, I am glad that she did come forward because we can't do anything about it if we don't know about it. So I hope that her coming forward will allow others to come forward, but there has to be some action towards the primes that are doing this, because if they're not, just as she said, we don't want those subs that are being passed through to then be hurt because they are not selected by other primes because they've spoken out. That's what can't happen. There cannot be retaliation for them or from anyone else that speaks out. Retaliation is far worse sometimes than the pass through. So we have to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Yes. And Tracy, correct me, or anybody, correct me if I'm wrong, but did we not discuss that there's consequences for a prime that would do this?
Yeah, absolutely. We did discuss that in the briefings. That's the enhanced compliance. So it starts off with the letters first. So we have to go through that process.
Okay.
But afterwards, there are a list of sanctions in city code that can be utilized once it becomes a true violation after we issue those letters. The issue that we have right now is because we don't have a updated disparity study that we cannot issue those sanctions. So we have to do contract remedies in that instance, or in the instance of this going forward until we have that updated disparity study. So that's kind of what we're looking at now. In the situation of public comment that you all heard today, it's our understanding that that project is completed and is over with. So our contract is no longer in use with that prime vendor. So we issued the letter. We're working internally to figure out where our steps are here.
So does it make sense, or is it even, applicable to go back and see if we've awarded that particular prime other city contracts and maybe do a little uncovering to see if they did the same thing in the past?
Yeah, so we have to, oh, absolutely. I know they are, that's a part of this process, but also having if there's valid reasoning for not having that subcontract on the project, is that did the department say, hey, we no longer need this done on this project, or did the designs change as you all approved it? So there's some uncovering of
Mhm.
making sure what actually happened is what happened. So some investigation to it. But definitely that is part of it.
Okay. What do you guys think? I think it's worth discussion.
I agree that it's worth discussion. And so the first thing that comes to my mind is where are, we as a group working towards making sure this doesn't happen? What is the status now as far as looking back on previously awarded contracts within the past, I don't know, 2 years,
Right.
to see where we are, how many have followed through or not. It would be great to have that data.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know Chuck, Daniel, and Positive do the monthly audits. So we're constantly doing that, going forward, but also taking that historical look back of where we're at. It does require, some communication with the primes and stuff, so we can flag something in the system for them, but we also need them to respond, pick up the phone, make some phone calls as well. So that takes a little bit of time, but we are going through that process as well.
I guess what my question is though is we do inspect in this in the past. I mean, I thought that process was already in place. And
Yeah.
I don't want to be critical about your staff. I mean, you guys really have done a great job. And if this is, and if it is being done, and this is a kind of one-off and was overlooked, I mean, that would be kind of remarkable that
Yeah.
you overlooked one prime and one contract, and just so happens they had to pass through in this. So,
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, your jobs are to be critical. So no, don't take it as no, you all are being like mean to us. Definitely appreciate your criticisms. That's the only way we get better as a city government. But in the past, up until now, the Office of Business Diversity has never had the ability to do this enhanced compliance. So like, yes, Chuck, Daniel, and Posla has been doing the monthly audits for forever, but they can't do anything with no backing to actually enforce the compliance that they're seeing on their end. Now that they do have the compliances, it takes some work to go back 2024, 23, 22, so forth and so on, whether the contract is, then you have active contracts and inactive contracts to really, do that compliance there. But they haven't had this backing, this support to actually do the work until now.
Madam Chairperson, this is Jim Balthrop. I've had that problem with black contractors, and the only way that I resolved or got any positive results was I monitored every single contract. Every time I see a black contractor's name there, I would follow up with the contractor, and they would then keep me posted in terms of their participation. And otherwise, the prime would blow right by them, and I'm probably remiss because I've not done that with WPEs. I think that's what has to be done. Once we see those names, somebody has to track that, or they'll blow right by it.
Yeah, absolutely. And a large part of like that section in city code where the ERC can enforce sanctions has been dormant since it's been added into city code. So we are trying to breathe new life into that and actually make it, active now that we have this updated disparity study coming.
The other thing I'm curious about, and she may have said this in the comment. I was really taken aback by her comment. I'm like, I could probably have to go back through the recording, but did they actually pay her the contracted amount and then just not use her?
So what happened was that there were 4 sub-consultants on the project, and they utilized the money which was allocated to Pittsburgh Mobile. They allocated to an MBE, Cooper Trading. So the money that was meant for this WBE was reallocated to Cooper, and we didn't get any update.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would be different. Okay, so you brought up a specific incident that if they get into the project and then that part of the project is no longer needed, if that's the case, then that needs to be communicated to the sub and to us, to your office. And, but she said that that's not what they did. They did, that part of the project was utilized. They just gave the contract, they just used a sub that they're used to doing business with. That's even more disturbing to me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, okay. I mean, I know you guys are on it. You're doing your due diligence, and that is appreciated. It's just a little bit embarrassing that we're patting ourselves on the back as a commission and saying $5 million in contracts to DBEs, and and if that's not what's happening, I want to know that's not what's happening.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to keep patting myself on the back.
Absolutely. That's why we wanted to make sure like any alert violation, whether it's participation on a contract, payment discrepancies, that we bring that all to you all as a new part of this agenda on your commission meetings. Like that definitely needs to be first and foremost at the front of each agenda. So we, going forward, that is a thing that's definitely coming to you all on a routine basis, at a monthly basis. Hopefully it's not happening, so you never have this part of the agenda, right? But we know things happen, so that's going to be coming to you all every month. But yeah, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So maybe is that Darius who's speaking?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Mr. Wallace. I'm trying to understand. You said that'll be coming to us every month. Was this month the first month, or are we going to expect literally a section in the agenda dedicated to status updates on projects? And if it's not happening now, if today wasn't the first day and you plan on doing it in the future, what timeline are we looking at?
So what has happened before is we would have, these alerts identified. And by the time it comes to the commission meeting, it's resolved, whether it's typically what we've seen is payment discrepancies. And those are resolved before the actual commission meeting. So it never actually made it to the agenda. In this instance, this one was not resolved before the commission meeting. So is coming to you all via them, thankfully coming for public comment, but also in the Office of Business Diversity comment section of the agenda. But like, this is a routine thing that is now into the future, perpetuity, is a conversation to be had at these commission meetings.
okay. I mean, I welcome it. I don't want to be in the dark, so.
Aye.
All right. Does anybody else have anything they want to discuss before we adjourn? No? All right.
Was her testimony submitted in writing as well? I know sometimes that's a request, or should we just go back and listen to the?
No, she did not provide a testimony in writing. We allow folks either come in person and provide it, but also leave a handwritten copy afterwards, or just provide their testimony in writing.
She read that. Did she not leave it behind?
Yeah, she read it from her device.
Uh-huh.
So she didn't leave anything behind.
Can you ask, is it appropriate to ask her to email that to you?
I believe so, but let me double check. And if so,
Okay.
we can make sure all the commissioners receive that written comment.
That'd be great. I'd be satisfied with that. I'd like to have it.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thank you all, commissioners.
And
Thank
this
you.
weekend,
Thank you for joining.
just a little shout out. This weekend is the Northside Music Festival right here in my neighborhood. There's 70 bands. Great. Go on the link. Northside Music Festival starts Friday and Sunday night. It's Gospel Sunday, so it's all gospel music all day, all live bands in the park. It's going to be really, really good. Really great. So just wanted to let everybody know.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bye,
Can you do a
everybody.
motion to close?
Oh, motion to adjourn? People jumped off, so we don't even have a forum. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.